I just got a wonderful set by Salvatore Ferragamo, and I'm going to discover it together with you. This one is a new series of fragrances from 2021, and it's called A Story of Silk. The first one is called Giardini di Seta, the Garden of Silk. It's kind of heavy on alcohol right now, and the notes, they start coming out very slowly and in a very delicate way. Paired up with the citrusy notes, I feel the smell of soap, but not soap as a hard bar, but more of a foam of shampoo. Also, there are some very light florals that I cannot really point out, and a musky base. 5 minutes later, there's not much of a change in here. It still smells like shampoo foam, or maybe even like shaving foam, with a light citrusy floral but very vague veil. That's how I would describe it. But the official description says that there's rhubarb on the top, cherry blossom in the middle, and vetiver. Frankly, I don't feel this note so much. On the box, there is a little note that says that you can mix these fragrances, and layering 1 plus 2 would give you a signature scent. So let's try how this is gonna work. The second one is called Jungle of Silk. Let's see. This jungle adds more green notes into the scent, and it makes it stronger, especially the musky base. I think it's even too much of a musky base. It even like itches my nose a bit. I think I will have to try this number 2 on its own. Now I'm going to try for the second time the Jungle of Seta. I'm going to try it separately without mixing with Garden of Seta this time. I actually really like the opening. These are very, very delicate powdery peonies, just the way I like peonies. Maybe not as bright as I like them, but still very nice. I was hoping that as time passes, the peonies will start blooming even more. But what happens is that there is a bitter note that starts crawling into this bouquet of peonies. And this bitter note is coming from peas. I actually wouldn't recognize the peas, despite that I've tried some other fragrances with peas. But this bitterness is really destroying the bouquet that was so nice from the beginning. On the positive side, there is a bit of a citrusy freshness going on in here, and that's the part that I like. Also, it's not as soapy as the Garden of Silk. It is still very musky, and the musk is taking over the entire perfume. Now let's move from a very humid green jungle to Savannah. I don't know what it has to do with Savannah, because this scent is actually very fresh. It makes me think of fresh cucumbers with pink pepper. There is no sunshine, there is no dryness of a savanna. Maybe a little bit of a dried wood, but still kind of fresh and musky. The olfactive pyramid is actually kind of strange. It has carrot seeds on the top, orris root in the middle, and sandalwood in the base. The only one that I possibly recognize is sandalwood, but it's so weak that it barely serves as a base. The other notes, I cannot even say that they are present in here. And the last one in the collection is Oceani di Seta, the Ocean of Silk. I'm kind of excited by the name. I think this one has more character out of the 4. And let's see if I can guess the notes. It doesn't smell like marine aquatic fragrance to me. There's some spiciness though. It's actually interesting kind of spice. It reminds me of some spices that I have in my kitchen. It's a seasoning, which is a mix of salt, pepper, and lemon zest. And this is exactly how it smells. The only difference is that there is a light floral hint in this fragrance. I could not really understand from where it's coming. In the description it says magnolia petals. But don't search for any magnolias in here if you are a magnolia fan. As a base we have heliotrope listed in the description, which is recognizable, but only if you read it. It's not something that comes into your mind when you smell the fragrance. And once again, it's very musky and fresh, like the entire collection we have. To be honest, I kind of expected a bit more than what I got. The notes are very weak, the musky base is too strong, and in a way it reminds me the other collection by Ferragamo that is called Incanto, But Encanto, at least, is much cheaper. I think it's 2 or 3 times cheaper than this one.